Hi everyone, welcome to Eloyi Encourages. I was talking to God the other day, a few days ago, and I was really asking him, why do people give up in seasons where they're in a wilderness, where God is refining them, when He's pruning them, when He's perfecting them? Why do people give up? What's the why? And He told me that people get tired in the resisting. The Bible tells us to resist the enemy and he will flee. And the issue is not only do people get tired in the resisting, but his people lack knowledge that they need to fight spiritual warfare. The Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. So you're fighting a battle. And it seems as if you've just been in this battle, you're stuck in this battle, you're not progressing, you're not being refined, you're not being perfected, but it seems as if it's oppression. Then it could be something you're lacking spiritually pertaining knowledge, some knowledge that you need to come up out of the situation that you're in, so that you can resist the enemy and he will flee. Because there's a lot of God's people who are oppressed, who are in bondage and don't even know they're in bondage, don't even know they're blind or they're oppressed. I used to be one of these people. I used to be blind as a bat until he led me to Five F Church with Apostle Catherine Crick. I'm planted there now and I'm being equipped there now, but my eyes are open spiritually in a way they've never been open before. I used to be blind, but now I can see. So, number one key is to humble yourself. I'm going to give you some keys because these keys help me. Key is to humble yourself, number one. Number two, position yourself where God is moving in power. Where he's moving in power. The Bible says these signs will follow those who believe. They will cast out demons, they will heal the sick, and they will raise the dead. If you're going to a church and you're not seeing these signs and you're not hearing the testimony of man, you need to humble yourself and ask God, where does he want you to be planted? These signs are key when it comes to a believer. If you're not seeing these signs in your life, if you're not seeing these signs at the place where you worship, you need to humble yourself and ask God where he wants you to be planted. Because being planted where God's power is so important. You get so many benefits from God that you would not get if you're planted in a lukewarm church. Number one was humble yourself. Number two is position yourself where God is moving in power. And number three is planting yourself in this place where God is calling you to plant yourself. Plant yourself. Get your roots in there deep. Allow the teachings to equip you. Humble yourself. When it comes to things you don't understand that you're being taught, humble yourself. Be like a little child and allow God to fill you. Fill you. That's what I've done. And God has done an amazing spiritual work in me. He's blessed me tremendously. The biggest blessing is him opening my spiritual eyes. I was blind as a bat and I didn't know it. So humble yourself, because you could be blind and not know it. Revival is now. God is equipping his body. He's pruning his body. He's separating the wheat from the tares. He's doing this. He don't need man to do this. He's doing this. And he's telling his children, he's sounding the alarm right now. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And because we haven't seen him move in power the way he's moving and forever, it's kind of confounding. It's like, what is this? Because that's how it was for me. When I first seen my spiritual mother and I seen how God was healing the sick through her, casting out demons through her, I was like, even though I read this stuff in the Bible, I was like, because my mind was carnal and I didn't know it. I had a fleshly mind and I didn't know it. So when I seen God moving in power, it was weird. It was like, I heard the voice of the enemy saying, this is acting, this is fake, until I encountered God myself. The first way I encountered him, he's freed me from the spirit of gluttony. I lost 100 pounds and I've been able to maintain it. He's freed me from the spirit of addiction, anxiety, depression, fear of man. Oh my goodness. Fear of man was a big one. People pleasing was a humongous one. Oh my goodness. He freed me from so many things, and he wants to free you too. So right now, God is sounding his alarm off. He's telling his children, I'm here. I'm here. This is me. This is my work. I'm here. I want to free you. I want to set you free from bondage. I want to set you free from the spirit of poverty. I want to set you free from the demonic chains that the enemy has placed on you from generations past. I want to free you. But in this, it was a wilderness for me. After you get free and you surrender your heart to God and you say, God, use me, you have to go through the wilderness because he's equipping you, he's preparing you, he's leading you. And a lot of people don't understand this. They're like, if God is so good, why am I going through this? Because he's preparing you. He's equipping you. He's training you. He's perfecting your heart. He's answering your prayers. That prayer that you pray, creating me a clean up your heart and renew a righteous spirit within me. He has to do that by taking you through a wilderness. This is how he does it. This is how he perfects your heart. This is how he prepares you for the giants, you know? And a lot of people don't understand that. So if you want to truly surrender to God, if your heart is yearning for more, God is sounding the alarm right now. He's moving in power at Five of Church with Apostle Catherine Crick, and he wants to set you free. He set me free from so many things. If you know me personally, you know this. You've seen the growth. It's not me. I'm just a glass. And what God has filled me with is the water. And when you want a drink of water, you don't want the water because of the glass. You want the water because what the glass contains. So I contain his living water. And he wants to fill you with this living water. He wants to pour this living water in you. If you only give him a chance by positioning yourself where he's moving in power. Believe. Be a child and believe again. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all. Bye.